Well, hello and welcome everyone to our promised kickoff live stream. Hello. So excited to be with you today. We are counting down the days till our campaign kickoff. I cannot believe that we're already back here. It's another year, but we are so excited. Tons of amazing stuff to share with you throughout the campaign, but we're kicking it off in style with a very special introduction. Let me introduce some of the folks that are on this live stream with me. Please welcome first our Senior Director, Tabitha Angel. Hi, Tabitha, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
It's too great, thank you. Very well, excited to be back. I'm really especially excited, and I know you will be as well, because this year we have not one, but two campaign co-chairs. I am so excited to introduce our first GovOps Secretary, Yolanda Richardson. Hello, Yolanda.
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Tabitha. Hi, Chief. Hello.
And coming back for his second year as co-chair, please welcome California Chief Services Officer, Mr. Josh Fryday. Hi, Josh.
Hey, good to see you all again.
Likewise. We are just thrilled to have this dynamic duo spearheading our campaign. And I think it would be fitting, Tabitha, could you please describe the role our co-chairs play during the campaign and why it's so important?
Sure. So every year we call on different state leaders to lead this campaign. And we really, look at different state leaders who really understand the importance of giving back to our communities and why it's so important and why nonprofits need us more than ever. And who better than Mr. Josh Fryday, who leads California Volunteers and their mission and how important it is, to be volunteering in California and to give back to the community. I mean, their mission fits in perfectly. And then of course, we really looked at Secretary Richardson and leading GovOps agency. I mean, they're really spearheading state government as far as the different organizations and, different resources they are providing, all their different departments do. So we're really excited to have them both on board to be really moving us forward in the success of our campaign and, what we can do as a state and, statewide with all of our employees. It's such a massive workforce to really help spearhead this campaign and move us, in a successful direction. And that's really giving back to those nonprofits.
Thank you so much, Tabitha. Co-chairs, can you please both explain briefly why being a co-chair is so important to you and why this campaign is so impactful for the entire state?
I'd love to go first. I think it's such an exciting opportunity because, wow, what an amazing year we've had. Just so impactful in just terms of how people have had loss of life, loved ones. But one of the things that has just been kind of the thread throughout all of our experiences, no matter how hard, is the sense of community and understanding that some people are in a very different place than they were when we started. And so I think more than ever, this campaign is so important and the opportunity for people to help. I've heard so often about these stories where people are just like tugging on your heartstrings about how people have just been so impacted in such a negative way as a result of COVID. And so I'm really excited to be able to champion and spread the word about an opportunity people have to give back and to really help those who need it the most.
I think that's absolutely right. And let me just start off by saying how exciting this year is for me, because let's be honest, Tabitha and her team have pulled in the big guns by getting Secretary Richardson on board for this campaign. So this year, this is like no joke. Last year was like the training run, and now we've brought in the big guns, and now we're ready to go, and we're gonna go big. And Secretary Richardson said it absolutely best, which is we saw this last year in an unbelievably challenging time, an unbelievably challenging experience that none of us had ever been through before, that people wanted to step up. People wanted to help each other out. People wanted to support each other, even though we had to be isolated. People wanted to find ways to come together. And this campaign gives all of our employees throughout the state that opportunity to be part of the solution, to help others, and to do something good. And that is that's a unique thing. And it's exciting that we give all of our employees that opportunity. And so it's exciting to think about kicking this campaign off again soon.
Yes, and thank you so much, both of you co-chairing this year's campaign. It's really exciting to have you both on board. Last year was kind of a training wheel for us as well. We went online for the first time ever last year, and brought Josh along and his team for that ride as well. But we're really excited about having you both lead this successful campaign this year. But can you speak to the importance of giving back to nonprofit organizations and why that's so important?
I think,
Yeah.
I'm going to go first because I'm so excited about being able to answer that question. It's it's so interesting. I had the opportunity to talk to lots of state employees about their passion and feelings around several issues, whether it's civil rights, whether it was about COVID and health issues, whether it was equity and equality, just a number of issues. And it's so important to get involved with nonprofit because it's an opportunity to take not just your feelings about something, but take it to the next level. Actually be able to fund those things that you care so deeply about. So I'm so excited about employees having an opportunity to really kind of put your money where your mouth is and really advance some of these wonderful nonprofits that are doing so much great work around the state.
Amen. And I also, when I think about the importance of supporting these nonprofits, I think about something the governor and I have talked about several times and sort of animates our work here at California Volunteers, which is how do we engage more people throughout the state in tackling our biggest challenges, whether it's poverty or climate change or homelessness or whatever it may be. Because the truth is, government can't do it alone. We all know that. We know it from innately. We know it in our gut, and we know it from the proof that we need everyone to come to the table. And nonprofits play that just super critical role of being the glue in our society of our civic infrastructure, really. And so the ability to support those nonprofits that are on the front lines of supporting our most vulnerable communities is actually how we're going to get through these challenges together. And so for us as state employees, to have the opportunity to support that just shows, how this state is going to come together in real ways. And it's exciting.
I love what you just said there about engagement. I think that's so important. This year's theme is Recover, Rebuild, Revive California. What does that theme mean to the two of you with regards to the Our Promise campaign? Secretary, do you want to take that one first?
Absolutely. I think, Mr. Fryday just said it. I mean, I just think it's an opportunity right now for state employees to participate and support. A lot of these nonprofit organizations are finding people across the state that really have needs, and they're finding out where they are and what those needs are. So whether it's, we need to revive a community, or people need to have services to get back to where they were before, even better than they were before the pandemic. This is a real opportunity. This campaign is so focused on meeting people where they're at and actually moving them forward where they are in their personal lives. And I think that is really the nuance and so special about this particular campaign.
Yeah, when I think about recovery and recover, rebuild, revive, I think about building connection and community, which is, I think, something all of us are longing for. All of us want. We wanted it before the pandemic, and we need it even more now. When I think about recovering, I think about we had to get through this pandemic isolated and apart to protect ourselves and our families and our communities. But we need to come out of it together and recover together by supporting each other. We need to rebuild. We need to rebuild our communities. We need to think about communities differently, and we need to invest in our communities. And this gives us a chance to do that. This gives literally every single one of us, the hundreds of thousands of state employees, the opportunity to be part of rebuilding our communities. And that's again, it's a unique opportunity, and it's empowering, quite frankly, for us to be part of creating this connection throughout our state to each other and in our communities, and creating community and the kind of community we want to live in. And so I hope every single one of us takes that opportunity.
So you just kind of spoke to it both, but about, doing this together, right? Really engaging. And state employees, I think a lot of people don't realize how large that workforce is, how many state employees there are up and down. When I tell friends and families, that there are 290,000 plus state employees. Can you talk about the impact of giving collectively from that many people, that many employees?
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, many times we think we're just a powerhouse of one. So that collective body of the workforce being able to donate as simple as from your paycheck, something you don't even have to think about, but something that's going to happen automatically is powerful. But also showing that leadership from a state standpoint for the rest of the state, and where this is time for giving. And to Mr. Friday's point about reviving in that sense of community, having the state employees kind of lead that leadership and lead that way collectively on how we can all have a sense of community and rebuilding together, I think is a great example. And it's really an awesome opportunity for them to be able to do that.
Exactly. When I think about the immense impact of the 290,000 plus state employees, I think about it in a couple ways. I think about it is obviously one, that the potential to raise a ton of money for those who need it the most. But I also think about it as a way to assert our values. And you introduced us in the beginning of this conversation as the leaders of this campaign, which we have the honor of doing. But the truth is, the way I look at it is, we have 290,000 plus leaders that, by virtue of the fact that they work for the state of California on behalf of taxpayers and on behalf of every single resident in our state, are leaders. And as leaders, we have both the opportunity, but also the responsibility to assert our values and to say, we need to support those who need it the most. And right now, we all know it, our nonprofits need the support because they're doing incredible work on the front lines. And so I think about this as immense opportunity to both raise money, but also to show everyone what kind of leaders we are at the state level.
Right. And I think there's something to be said about that and the donations and the kind of impact that can provide. Last year we raised roughly $5.3 million, which that's a lot of money, for nonprofits. And that's with 23,000 donors. So if we think about the impact of everyone gave at least $5 a month, which is the minimum donation per month, $60 annually, we'd be at $17 million. All of us collectively together as state employees giving back, that's huge. And I think there's really something to be said at standing together and coming together to give back.
I am feeling so inspired, so motivated and so inspired. And I truly hope that those watching online are as well. Tabitha, this is probably the best question for you. If folks want to learn more about the amazing work of the Our Promise program, where can they go?
So a few things. We have our wonderful website at ourpromiseca.org. So definitely check us out there. We're all over social media, people. So Facebook, you're watching us, but also you can find us at Our Promise CA on Instagram. We do great stories and posts, and so please find us there. We're on LinkedIn and Twitter as well. But also our campaign's coming up. So look for us in your state departments and in your agencies. So we are running live on September 1st. So September 1st is our big kickoff. So look out for us then. And then as well, we're going till November 12th. So you have a couple months to think about who you want to give to, maybe how much you want to give. Those donations don't start until your December 31st pay warrant. That's when those deductions actually go into effect. But it's kind of like an open enrollment time. You'll have all of that time to make your decision, and that's via Cal Employee Connect. So all of this will be available September 1st on your Cal Employee Connect pay warrant, and to be able to give back. So please look out for us then. If you need to contact us in the meantime, definitely come to our website.
Just a few weeks away, September 1st. That is so exciting. Once again, folks, if you're interested in taking a more active role, Our or your one-stop shop for all information. But also be sure to enter our prize drawing online today and tune in for the drawing tomorrow, August 17th, during our Leaders United live session. You have an opportunity to win an amazing prize. I want to give a big thanks to all of today's participants, Tabitha, and of course, our esteemed co-chairs who we are beyond appreciative for. Your leadership is going to be so instrumental this year. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go get them.
Let's go get them.
Yes.
And thanks to all at home or at work for joining us live on this stream. See you soon.